Hello, beautiful people. Rosanna here, your awakening astrology coach and intuitive at Portals of Transformation. I'm here to present you with the astrology for this year from a different place that many astrologers come from. Many present it at the beginning of 2024. I have the opportunity to share it with you at the beginning of the new astrology cycle, which is now. As we've entered Aries, we've just come out of the dark from the Piscean energy, which is the water energy of the womb. And we were there in our cave-like experience, flowing, connecting, getting ready for the new, for the action, for the initiative energy, the initiation, the spark of life that Aries is. So with no further ado, I'm going to share screen with you and let's talk. Let's talk about this new astrological year. We've now stepped into the energy of renewal and new beginnings, into the cycles of equinox. For some in the northern hemisphere, we're moving into more light. And for the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite equinox, where they're going to be going into the darker experience of reflection. And we're in the northern hemisphere, we're going outwards like beautiful flowers blooming. And all of us are ignited by the energy of Aries as we start off this new astrological year. We're bang in the middle of our first eclipse season. We have our lunar eclipse tomorrow, 25th of March. For some people, it's going to be the 24th. It's between the 24th and the 25th of March. And I'll go deeper into information about the eclipses later on in this video. We're also embracing and allowing the energies of Eastern Ostara to support us in our rebirth, for us to really embrace letting go of the old, saying goodbye to the old, goodbye to the past. It really is time to say goodbye to the past. The past is now gone. You may be feeling something is new in you. You may be feeling that there's a part of you that no longer wants to refer to the past anymore. Nothing like you felt before about the past. That's the energy I'm talking about. So what I also want to talk a little bit about is about retrogrades, because we have our Mercury retrograde coming into play 2nd, 3rd of April, depending where you are on the planet. And it's about empowering ourselves with the Mercury retrograde, not feeling that it's trying to hold us back. When we get held back energetically, it's often because we need to just take more time with our decisions, to reflect, to go inwards, to consider, is there any information that I'm missing? Is there something else I'd like to ask that I haven't asked in the past? It's time to review, renew, revisit. And often people from the past come into our lives, or situations from the past get revisited during a Mercury retrograde. It tends to last about 3 weeks, and it happens various times throughout the year. So let's talk about the year as a whole. What a year! What a year! The words are new, 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 new. This year is setting the stage for the next 10 years. What do you think about that? What does that feel like for you? So it's all about embracing change and letting go of any resistance to change that we have. Stepping into change from a place aligned with our values, but noticing whether even our values are outdated as our foundations are taken away from underneath us constantly so that we can move forward. That's what this is about. This is about quantum leaps all the way, over and over and over and over and over. And it's going to be quite intense. And then we have a little period where it's going to be a bit gentle towards the end of May until July, and then quantum leaping again. And then we're going to go through a period where we literally feel like we're revisiting 2023 in some way. There's some old things that still need to be moved away, moved out, gone, and crumbled and just disintegrated. And with that, I want to say also that the end of the year, we're going to receive a period where we can put order back into the chaos that we've experienced until then. This year is going to feel like very chaotic because of how fast forward it's moving. And as we go with it, it's like this big wave. It's like a tsunami wave. And so as the tsunami passes, there's all this debris to to clear out. So seeing it as a wave of transformation, not as a wave of something that's trying to be destructive, not at all, not a wave of destruction, a wave of transformation. So we're riding that wave, continue forward, courageous, moving forward, 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 releasing resistances. It's a year of the old still continuing to die. We haven't landed in the new yet. We're in the middle of the movement between the old and the new. It's like crossing a bridge that doesn't have any steps to walk on. We're being beautifully held from below by something much bigger than us. We're being held, we're being nurtured as we go along if we allow. It's like we're being carried to the new. And until we finish doing everything we need to do for the new to be created, it's about surrendering into that beautiful energy that holds us all through this incredible time of evolution. So this year, we're being invited to allow ourselves to be surprised, to let life show us the way. It is going to feel like jumping into the abysm, like jumping into the unknown, and that's okay because you are being held. That's the key, to know that you are genuinely being held. There's some recommendations for this year to not expect anything, to allow yourself to be surprised, to elevate your consciousness and take full responsibility of your spirituality, and to make the most of this quantum leap. It's not about trying to control where we want to go this year. We can plan, but it's very important that we're detached from the outcome. Very important this year. To be open to adventure, expansion, and creativity. So Pluto moved into Aquarius on the 22nd of January. This is all about constant change in plans, constant change. If I were to tell you what's going on in my life and in the life of my partner, it's constant change since the year began. Have you also been noticing that? And what is recommended is that either you don't plan, or if you do plan, to not be attached to the outcome, to surrender and practice detachment, practice that letting go that mindfulness offers us. And because otherwise you'll feel challenged, you'll feel genuinely challenged this year. and it will feel like resistance all the time. So let's do ourselves a favor. Now, a bit more about that. Very important information. Aquarius is all about detachment. Change is constant, and it's the only non-changing that exists within us. There's only one thing that's non-changing, and that's what we need to embrace now. It's our being, our essence, our soul. And that's what is the only constant. And constant. Oh, it's interesting. My Roseanne, my third name is Constance, and it is about being constant and having constance with your connection with your soul. And it's the one thing that you're going to be able to hold on to and feel secure in. As Pluto gives way to all of the external to crumble and die, Pluto is giving birth to a new way of thinking and understanding of this world. The old structures and ways of thinking are completely collapsing. We are in movement. Right now, it's like we're being transplanted, not old Earth and not new Earth. We're in between. And we're no longer coming from the same way of thinking and structure, and we will need to find our place. And until we find the new, our place is within. It's our connection. It's highly recommended that we do internal work this year. Healing and growth is key at the moment to connect more and more with the truth of who we are and to be able to understand what is really true to us. That's what all of this Pluto and Aquarius is all about. To connect with our deepest truth, to release all that no longer belongs to the inauthentic parts of us, to really connect with the authenticity within us. And what will support you this year and moving forward is to work on your way of thinking. Find new ways of thinking, how you perceive the world, and release the old ways of thinking and bring in your new way. It's time to let go of old structures and insecurities. Whatever's left, it's time to leave behind. To stop looking at the past, embrace the new, be the new, follow the new that truly resonates with you. Take into account, it can be in a certain area of your chart. So depending where Aquarius is in your chart, especially the first degrees, which is where Pluto is at the moment, that's where you're going to be stepping further into this and where the old is leaving, where the new is coming in and the old is leaving in quite an intense manner. So check your chart to see which house your Aquarius, the first degrees of Aquarius, is in. Because it's in this area that you're going to be embracing the new and the old will be leaving. So you want to know also, obviously, the last degrees of Capricorn, because at the end of the year, Pluto is going to move back into Capricorn and do its final goodbye, have its final goodbye. The new is still being created. It won't be built yet. We are in movement now. And the new humanity has not been set yet. We're still letting go so we can step into the new. We continue to let go. There'll be protests and social revolution, purging through the corruption and revealing truths as we move forward. Letting go of seeing others as the ones with power over us, and what is without is within. So there are new ways of power coming in. Take some time to consider, how do you manage your power? Is there any corruption within you? This is shadow work. This is real shadow work. And as you recognize the parts of you that don't feel fully aligned with your authentic self, with your truth, where you've, been a bit corrupt yourself, it's time to heal that so the external can reflect a much better internal reality. To look at our shadows and what has been the truth of how we have been until now. Saturn continues to move through Pisces. And the beauty that this brings to us is that it's asking us to take responsibility to connect with our soul. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? To let go of any form of victimhood and learn to trust our path and take responsibility for our own spirituality. Now, what does that mean? That means taking responsibility for what's happening inside of us, inside of me, inside of you, and no more escaping. No more escaping to alcohol, drugs, social media. Saturn in Pisces is asking us to take time on a daily basis to connect with our souls, to meditate, to listen within, to be in silence. When chaos appears, fears, feel and let them go. They're not real. And chaos brings through the new. Yeah? And we're being taken care of by something much bigger than us. These moments are to connect with what you are really being supported by. Some of us call it spirit, some source, angels, God, whatever it is for you. So that's what Saturn's doing. And there's still another year of Saturn moving through Pisces. We have Jupiter conjunct Uranus. It's already very active. It's going to be active for March, April, and May. And it has its climaxing moment on the 21st of April. Watch out for that date. See what happens on the news. See what's happening in your life regarding your body, regarding finances, regarding your creativity. See what's opening up, what needs taken care of in terms of the planet, in terms of our physical body, our food. How are we taking care of what we eat, what we're ingesting, what we're putting into our bodies? It's so important that what we eat helps us keep to a higher vibration and maintain that. So really, really taking care of what we eat. And so some topics around food and our relationship with food can come up during these 3 months. And again, look at where you have Taurus in your chart, because it's the conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So have a look where you've got Taurus in your chart, because that's going to be the area where you're going to be experiencing the energies of this conjunction, which are going to bring and are bringing in a sense of explosive creativity, adventure, growth. For some, it can be in our workplace. For some, it can be in a relationship. For some, it can be about their goals, and their plans are suddenly, there's all these new goals coming up for them and things they had never thought of before. So it's this transit and this conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus is all about growth, freedom, crazy ideas, very avant-garde, yeah, very forward-thinking ideas in this area of your life. It's also asking us to relate to money in a different way, to relate to food in our bodies in a different way, to relate to the planet in a different way, to take care of what we put into our bodies. So as we move forward into the year, we've got really important aspects on the 14th of August, where we have the conjunction of Jupiter and Mars in Gemini. And this is an incredible conjunction again, because it takes us another quantum leap forward. It's not going to stop. It's quantum leap after quantum leap after quantum leap. However, we're going to have a moment of things standing still again. Between the August 31st and November the 19th, there's going to be plenty of retrogrades, which means reviewing the past, where we're going to put order into the chaos. And then we have the power of the eclipses. The eclipse season restarts again, September, where we also have our first lunar eclipse in Pisces. We get a bit of a glimpse and a bit of a touch of the Pisces energy, the Pisces Virgo axis, which is about letting go of perfection and really connecting with the flow of life, connecting with our dreams, connecting with spirituality, and letting go of thinking that things have to be a certain way, or attachments, strong attachments. We're letting go of all of that with that lunar eclipse in Pisces. Again, it depends where it is on your chart. And as we go through the eclipses at the moment are on the Libra and the Aries axis. Now, why is this important? Because it's all about letting go of codependent relationships that are unhealthy for us, and also the opposite. It's about the unhealthy, independent way of doing things, where we weren't considering people at all. And now we take people into account if we weren't taking them into account before. And the ones who would take other people far into account, more than they should do, it was unhealthy, they need to let go of considering others so much and really allow themselves to be free. And let me tell you about the end of the year. Towards the very end, we have Pluto moving back into Capricorn for its last visit, its last goodbye. And this last visit is all about those last parts of you that are resisting change. It's all about letting go those last parts that no longer serve you, for you to embrace change. So it's a great time to have someone to support you, to help you to move through insecurities, to help you understand and embrace change, the power of change. And you'll see that I'm moving things about a little bit. You're going to find this really funny. So my mouse has stopped working in the middle of this presentation. And this is me going with the flow. This is me embracing change. At this moment in time while I'm doing this presentation, it's okay. So I'll adapt, I'll adjust. I'm going to charge it quickly and we'll continue. No problem at all. That is staying on that wave of change, moving forward, not getting insecure about something new that's popped into your life. So I'm sharing that with you all as an example of something very Uranian, because it's connected to technology, and it's happened in the middle of my presentation. How do I adapt? How do I just connect with the change that's occurring, and how do I continue forward? Yeah, so it's a perfect example. And so I really want to share the importance of healing insecurity so that you can connect even deeper with who you are and connect with the freedom within. Be aware of many distractions, external distractions in the news, etc. Be aware of that and know that it's just a reminder to stay focused, stay on what you are here to do, and What you feel is your path. Don't worry about those distractions. Keep on going. It's all part of the plan. And on November the 20th, Pluto moves back into Aquarius to stay for 20 years. This is going to be a huge moment, and it's all about moving forward from here onwards. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, that it's been helpful for you in some way. And I will see you when we're ready to experience another part of astrology together. If you've liked this presentation and you want to see more, please subscribe or click the like button at least, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you, and I will see you very soon. Take care, and let's move forward together. Thank you.